everybody, what's happening, what's up? It's me, your homegirl, Wright, the author of Curly Hair Adventures, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and the Beauty and Barber Survival Plan, coming to you live and direct from right here at the Rivers Design Team Hair Salon, located in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are enjoying your wonderful intro to spring, and if you are a mother, happy belated Mommy's Day, okay? So today we're gonna have a wonderful discussion about how many times should I repeat and lather? That's been a really good hot topic lately. So that's been coming in my inboxes and in my DMs, also in my emails, because of course you all know that you can email me at ladoshaw@yahoo.com, and I will take your special request to do a video. So this video on how many times should I repeat and lather, this is not for any particular hair texture. So don't come after me about the 4C, 3B, not to be, okay? This is for all textures and types on all humans. So the question is, how many times should I repeat and lather? So I have my lovely guest here, down here at the bowl. There she is with her beautiful hair. And so the question of repeat and lather is really about how to cleanse your scalp, you know, thoroughly, and also cleansing the hair. So the rule of thumb is, if you have not shampooed your hair within I would say 5 to 7 days, you're going to need to repeat and lather at least 3 to 4 times. Now her hair is not heavily soiled, okay? So we are in the process of getting her hair back on track. Her hairline is starting to fill back in. She is relaxed, right? Right, are you relaxed? Okay, and so we are in the process of getting her hair to grow back and keeping it just nice and healthy, all right? So the objective in getting her hair to grow back is to keep the scalp clean. So if the scalp isn't cleansed properly, now remember, the scalp has its own bio, meaning it has its own life force, bio, B-I-O, okay? So the life that's on the scalp pretty much consists of like fungus and bacteria, okay? So the fungus would be yeast. Now, if you have a scalp disorder such as eczema, dandruff, psoriasis, that's a whole nother video, and you need to be under the supervision of your medical practitioner. So don't be using this video to play doctor over your head, okay? But again, let's just say you do have a prescription, okay? So the first thing you want to make sure that you're doing when it comes to cleansing your hair is that you want to make sure that the hair is nice and clean, because you want to get the bio off the scalp. Now, you want to keep some of the bacteria and stuff is good. You have healthy bacteria, and then you have bad bacteria. So your acid mantle, that's on everybody's skin, and that's what makes your skin all nice and supple and shiny, and that keeps away a lot of unfriendly microorganisms and bacteria to keep the pH on the skin nice and healthy. That's also on the scalp. Now, if you cleanse it too much, then you're gonna wash away the acid mantle and you will compromise the scalp. So some people need to shampoo their hair daily, depending on what they're doing. And some people, it can be every other day, every 3 to 5 days, once a week. But under no circumstances should you be waiting 2 weeks to shampoo your hair. But if you must, we've got some tips for you, okay? So let's go back, all right? So now let's just say you have a scalp disorder where you may have a medicated shampoo, such as this one. You also may be instructed by your doctor to use maybe some type of a dandruff shampoo. Now these are for the scalp, okay? These are not for the hair. They're safe. They won't make the hair come out, but they're not going to clean debris. These are specifically formulated for the scalp, all right? Now, every shampoo is not formulated to clean the scalp. So you want to make sure that your shampoos speak to putting the product directly onto the scalp. So, and the best way to find out if it does it is what you're going to do is read your directions. So this is my product line, and if you read my directions, it's telling you that you can actually put this where it says massage with flat hands, where at? On your what? Scalp. There it is. So all products are not formulated to actually clean the scalp. So for those of you who have scalp conditions, you may have a medical order to use a prescription shampoo that's formulated for the scalp, because remember, the scalp has its own bio and you've got something special going on there. But in the meantime, for us regular folks, okay, you want to make sure that you are using shampoos that are formulated for the scalp and hair, and all shampoos are not. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, I know, guys, I know, okay? Now, that doesn't mean it's gonna hurt the scalp. So if it's just for the hair, it's okay, because at the end of the day, soap is soap, okay? All right? Okay, so here we go. So when you want to clean your hair, now remember, how many times should you repeat and lather? So I'm gonna ask my guests, when was the last time you shampooed your hair? Okay, so she said it's been 2 weeks. Now remember, 2 weeks can be a cultural practice, and that is perfectly okay. But I'm starting off with a clarifying shampoo, and this is in my product line. Sorry, the words are all rubbed off, okay? So this is my clarifying shampoo. Now you can use your very own clarifying shampoo. There's no need to run out, and I want to use Ladocious. Now if you have some at home, or if you're in a location where they have some clarifying shampoos, you can. Here's another example of a clarifying shampoo. You have Swimmer's Wellness. This removes well water, hot water, chlorine. It removes that from the hair, okay? So you also have those. There are so many clarifying shampoos on the market. Please do not get caught up in clarifying shampoos. You could also take some good old-fashioned baking soda, and what you would do is you would have the shampoo and then take a teaspoon or just shake the box and put it in your hand and get it directly to the scalp. And those little granules will help do what? Remove the debris off of the scalp and the buildup out of the hair. Baking soda is low in pH, so baking soda will certainly soften the hair, but don't use more, okay? Please don't use more. More is not better. So you just want to use a little, okay? So now I'm sectioning through her hair. Now she hasn't shampooed her hair in 2 weeks, and as you can see, her texture, she has afro coily hair. She's not quite a 4C or 4B, whatever y'all want to call it, okay? So she's not 4C, she's not 4B. If you are the hair mapping expert, then take a stab at it. I do not promote, nor do I condone hair mapping, but I respect and understand that you guys love hair mapping. But in my world, in the professional world, her texture is afro wavy. Wavy and coily hair, curly hair is used synonymously. She's not coily because her hair doesn't draw all the way back down to the scalp. So you guys call coily hair, well, not you guys, but some people refer to coily hair as kinky hair. So she does not have kinky hair. I don't like the word kinky, but if you guys like it, you know what, again, we're talking about culturally, we gotta respect our people's culture, but it is not my favorite word, okay? So now, as you can see, we are rinsing her out. Now we have to repeat and lather. Again, if you have medications, you want to follow what? The prescription. Don't read the directions unless your doctor told you to do it. But some people have a prescription that has instructions of what they are to do. And then also, you also have the manufacturer who has directions on how to use the product. This is a medicine. It has an active ingredient to help with what? The dandruff. So if you have dandruff, you can use this, but remember, it has to be a medical diagnosis. Please, guys, don't play doctor over your head and use this, because flakes have several different, contributing factors. So all flakes are not created equal, okay? All right, so we're gonna go back and we're going to repeat and lather. Now, because she has Afro wavy hair, I'm going to have to repeat and lather 4 times. Why? Because Afro hair, coily hair, wavy hair, it likes to fold back to the scalp. So I need to really get in there using the balls of my fingers to get what? The yeast and those odor-causing bacteria out of the hair. The longer you wait to shampoo your hair, it's very difficult to get a nice clean smell on the hair. That's number 1. Number 2, and most importantly, it's also more challenging to get the scalp nice and clean. Now, to those of you who are wondering, why is it not okay to, wait 2 weeks? I mean, I'm too busy, I don't have time, or this is what my grandmother always did. Now, the longer you wait to go without shampooing your hair, you're gonna clog the mouth of the follicle. She's trying to grow her hairline back in, so this is not the best way because it's gonna take that much longer. So we want to keep the mouth of the follicle open so that the hair can physically grow through the actual hole. And it won't grow through if it's congested. That's the word we use, congested with hair care products, sebum oil, flakes, or fibrin is what we call them in the professional world. And as you can see, I'm getting out of breath here, and I'm really scrubbing her scalp. Now, the only way I will know how good I'm doing is I have to ask her, how am I doing? Am I scrubbing you pretty good? She said, She like, wait, get to the front, Key Lolo, while you using my hair for this video. She like, y'all, you better scrub my hair, Ladosha, okay? All right, so I'm getting there, all right? So, and you have to go through your hair properly, all right? You have to go through it. So this is the second cleanse, and I'm still using my clarifying shampoo, and you can tell because the color is what? It's blue. Now, all clarifying shampoos don't have color. Some of them are clear. And remember, if you don't have a clarifying shampoo, you most certainly can use baking soda. So please don't, break the bank, guys. As a matter of fact, try the baking soda before you buy and see how you like it, all right? And now I'm going through and I'm giving her a good old-fashioned shampoo, which is scalp massage. Now, as the hair gets more clean, it becomes looser and easier to work through. When the hair is clean, it will squeak. So her hair is not squeaky clean, and I've got to really scrub and get this off her hair, and now I'm going to rinse. So the objective is to get the scalp nice and clean, to get the blood circulated. And when you bring about circulation, you bring about nourishment. So circulation brings about nourishment because it's moving the blood, it's pumping the blood to nourish her hair. And if you would have seen her hairline before, it was a lot thinner. But as we can see, it's actually trying to come in here. Now, I'm not going to guarantee her that her hair is going to return to its luster of when she was like 16 years old, but she can see for herself that the hair is coming back in. So now, what I'm gonna do is use some conditioner because the hair is getting a little bit taut. So, and that's because it's getting squeaky clean. I don't want to rip it, so I use my conditioner just a little bit so that I can comb it and do what? wash it again, okay? I want to wash it again or shampoo it again. All right, so now I'm going to comb through just to make sure that I can get through her hair, because I want her to have a nice shampoo experience. So I'm using it to soften it, and use your comb to gauge to make sure that you are not ripping out your hair. And of course, this is the Wright comb, no pun intended. All right, it's also named after me. And of course, the comb is in the link, so you can order your very own Wright comb today. And as you guys can see, oh yeah, that's a good comb, all right? All right, and so now I'm going to go ahead on, I'm gonna tilt the camera down some more, and now I'm going to switch to the moisturizing shampoo in my line. Now, everybody's shampoos have some bells and whistles, so we have to, encourage you guys to buy shampoos that's going to fit your needs. So every salon, every person has a different need. We primarily service people in this salon who are trying to grow their hair back. So this is not a salon where we do a lot of, quick weaves and red carpet hair. This is not celebrity hair salon. A lot of people who come to us, they have hair issues. So we are the hairstylist who cares. So this is how we select our products to yield results that promotes home hair care. So she loved me, but she ain't you trying to pay me every time you get paid? She said, hey, girl, bye. You hear her laughing? She said, no, I'm not gonna give you some money every time I get paid. So she wants to do some of this herself, and that's okay with me, all right? So again, I'm combing this down, and that's what the conditioner helps do. And so now I'm using the moisture shampoo. It's nice and pearly, and just some benefits of the Wright shampoo. Number one, first and foremost, it is, let me wipe the soap off, it is sulfate and paraben free. Okay, so sulfates are salts or scrubbing and agents that helps remove the debris off the scalp and hair, but salts can be drying for some people. Some people need salts because they help scrub the hair. So if your hair is heavily soiled, sulfate-free may not be for you because it will not cleanse it as effectively, okay? And there are several sulfate-free, paraben-free products on the market. Remember, I promote the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. So if you want my brand, you can, click on the link and it'll take you to it, or you can buy your very own sulfate-free, and there are several. I have some other ones here, such as Design Essentials is sulfate-free. We have Diva Curl. These are our staples here. This one does not lather, but it's also sulfate-free. But remember, do not use these products if you have like hair glue. Maybe you have braids in your hair, and you had a man for like 2 months or a month or 3 months. No, you're gonna need you need a regular clarifying shampoo. Do not go sulfate free, because it's not enough scrubbing action to remove all of that debris out of the hair, and so don't do that, all right? Now, we don't see too much of that in here, but when we do, we have a whole nother regimen for them. So this one is for people who haven't shampooed their hair within 2 weeks. If you're going into your 4-week situation, 3-4 week situation, then this video is not for you. This video is not for people who are 3 weeks and beyond, because now you have something else going on and you need a more aggressive cleansing. And if not, if you are waiting 2 weeks, let's say you have locks. A lot of people with locks, they don't wash their hair very often because it's just so heavy, it's very long. And they may wait, 3 weeks to shampoo their locks, or maybe you were in an accident. There are a lot of reasons why people can't wash their hair, within a certain time frame. If that's the case, again, you're going to need to do and use something that's more effective in getting the debris off of the scalp and hair because now you are severely soiled, okay? So this was my third shampoo. So I'm gonna add the conditioner again just to make sure that I'm not gonna tangle her hair. Now, one of the things I hope you guys are noticing is that her texture is still here. Now, I know what some of you, I thought she said she had a relaxer. Now remember, the relaxer is just going to relax the texture. You don't necessarily get poker straight hair when you relax it until you've been doing it for years and then the texture becomes straight. But to be honest, guys, relaxers are about softening the texture. Now, some people have less texture, so their hair will go straight, right? And then some people have been relaxing their hair for years, and so the hair is very straight. So if we begin to relax her hair for a very long time, it will eventually all be very straight and her regrowth would just swell. But you know, she's coming back into the relaxer, and so her texture is still there. And I hope that makes some of you feel really good who've been told some very nasty things about relaxers. So as you can see, her texture is looking really, really good. And so now we're gonna go back. This is our last and final shampoo. So we are at 4 cleansing, 4 repeat and lathers. So again, to recap before we wrap up, you can start off with a clarifying shampoo, or you can simply add a teaspoon of baking soda to your regular shampoo to make your own clarifying shampoo, because the baking soda will help dissolve the debris, and it will also act as an exfoliant on the scalp to give you a little bit more scrubbing action. You also want to make sure that you are scrubbing vigorously. You don't want to be doing this. Don't use your fingernails and scratch. No, you want to get in there and scrub. Just like when you're in the shower, you got to scrub really hard. As you can see, I'm getting out of breath because I'm really, really scrubbing her. How's this feeling? Great. She said great. So you can see that. And again, you can see her texture just coming to life. And this ensures a really good relaxer application. Dirt does not make relaxing safer. So some people say, I don't wash my hair because I don't want to, whatever. Now, you don't want to shampoo your hair the day before you relax it, but surely within that week or that week before, make sure you're keeping your hair nice and clean for all of your chemical services: relaxers, thermal straighteners, colors, jerry curls. Please go to the salon with clean hair within 7 days, not 2 weeks. I mean, I know you guys do it customarily or sometimes culturally, but that's really not a good thing. And now I'm gonna scrub the kitchen really good. And I'm just going through, and as you can see, now I can get a really good scrub in because her hair is clean, the cuticles are laying flat. And how do I know that? Because my fingers are just sliding through. Also check your suds for hair. If you see a lot of hair in your foam, you're being too aggressive, you're ripping your hair out, and it's also a sign that your hair is not clean. So when the hair is clean, it'll stop tangling and your fingers will just go through. Now remember, if you haven't shampooed your hair beyond 3 weeks, it's gonna take a few weekly weekly cleansing to get your hair in a good state. So let's say you've been wearing weaves for years and you've been leaving them in every 3 months, taking them down. When you come out, you want to give yourself a clarifying treatment before every install. Even if you have to pay somebody to do it. If you're doing faux locks, quick weaves, sew-ins, the kind that you clamp in, you know what I'm saying? Those great length extensions, whatever you're doing. If you're leaving that stuff in your hair for 3 and 2 months at a time, when you take them out, treat yourself to a professional clarifying cleansing before you go back and get the install. If not, the yeast is still on your hair, and when you take your weave out, your hair will be no good, okay? And then again, if you have medications, such as there's several, now I'm not saying this is the only one, several ones, or you've been instructed to use something over the counter for your scalp disorder, remember, these are to be used first before you begin your other cleansing so you can loosen up the debris and let the product do its magic. Sometimes you have to sit, but remember, follow the doctor's orders and read the manufacturer's instructions. Do not cookie cut. Every manufacturer has instructions on the back to tell you how to use their product. So many people like to just cookie cut and do the same thing. Don't do that. You're gonna not get the best bang for your buck. So now we're gonna towel blot her hair and we're going to begin to condition her. And I really hope you guys have found this very, very helpful and useful. Feel kind to rewind it and play it where it makes sense for you. If you have any videos that you want me to do, please by all means drop them in the chat or email me at ladoshaw@yahoo.com. If you would like your very own free hair and scalp journal, email me. If you would like your very own free shopper's guide, email me. And these are all PDFs and you can download them or open them up on your computer. You can print them out. This is like TI. You can do whatever you like. Yeah, okay? All right, so do whatever you like with those PDFs. They are absolutely free. And I think that's it, guys. So you know what I say when I'm always signing out. Oh, check out my podcast at What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. All right, now we can say this. You know what I say when I'm always signing out, right? A whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and most certainly a whole lot of hair. But don't worry, if you ain't got no hair, don't want hair, can't stand hair, as a matter of fact, you plan on cutting it off in 2021, but you still like watching hair porn. Don't worry about it, guys. Just rub your beautiful bald head. Why? Because bald heads are beautiful too. Thank you.